Everyone, I'm Jim Needleman. Thanks for choosing our Quad Cities News at 6. A 20-year prison sentence comes down against the man who attacked an East Moline police officer 3 years ago. That's the punishment for Adrian Rogers after he pleaded guilty to felony aggravated battery in December. That is the top story at 6. That attack seriously injured Sergeant William Lind. Rogers will get credit for time already served. A statement from the defense before the judge handed down the sentence claimed the justice system failed Rogers for not giving him the proper help after he served 27 years for an earlier crime. It's certainly been a long road to recovery for William Lind. His injuries prevent him from doing his old job. Our Quad Cities' Gavin Wadlick went to today's sentencing hearing. He joins us in the studio after an exclusive conversation with William Lind about how he's doing now. Gavin.
Yeah, Jim, Lind's journey to recovery has been filled with heartbreaks and the acceptance that things will never be the same. However, through it all, he's seen tons of support from family, friends, and the Quad Cities.
1078. There's an officer down.
East Moline Police Sergeant William Lind's life changed forever one night in October of 2022.
Patient has head injury and is unresponsive. What reason?
Lind was attacked by Adrian Rogers, who was wanted for arson when Lind and another officer went looking for him.
I knew where he lived, so I went down to that area, saw his vehicles in the parking lot. Me and another officer went, tried to make contact with him at his apartment, and didn't get an answer. And that's the last thing I remember from that day.
Lind was unconscious and severely injured, lying in the street in a cold rain.
I don't have any memory until about 2 to 2.5 weeks later at the hospital.
The injuries left Lind with permanent scars.
So I had a section of my skull removed.
And issues with speech and short-term memory. Lind says those problems have gotten better, but only thanks to the love he was shown.
I mean, I don't think I could thank the public enough for the support they showed to all of my family.
Prayers for Sergeant Lind trended on social media. The community held fundraisers to help his wife and kids with expenses.
I think that was probably the most positive thing that came out of this situation, was just seeing like how the Quad Cities community can come together.
Active duty is no longer an option for this former East Moline Officer of the Year.
Can't really risk having another head injury, so there's some things that I just have to be smarter going forward.
But he stayed with the department working in evidence management.
I'll always miss being a police officer, but I think before I sort of there was times where I put my job ahead of my family, unfortunately. I think this kind of opened my eyes going through a situation like this. It's like sometimes I feel like I'm on like borrowed time.
Lind helped craft the deal that sends Rogers to prison. One more chance for him to protect the public.
At the end of the day, I don't have any hatred for Adrian Rogers. Obviously he made a mistake that night, but he could have made a lot more mistakes that night. I'm lucky that he didn't.
Now, Lind says he does enjoy his new job in evidence as he still gets to work alongside his police family. Live in the studio, Gavin Wadlick, our Quad Cities News.
Gavin, thank you. It is certainly great to hear from him.